Heather, when it is currently the 7th of March, 2015, meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. Do want to start off by saying this is the first update since I started this website 5 years ago. We have expanded. Lots of people have come in and started helping out with it. But this is actually a big leap forward, actually using a green screen here in real time. So I hope this does help out with the updates and we're able to give some more information out here for those of you watching out here across the Western Pacific and Eastern Asia. So let's get right into it though and talk about what is going on, because what we have really is two areas that I really want to talk about today. One back towards the north across Japan. We actually have some cloud cover out here. You can see it there moving off towards the northeast, and that's bringing some widespread rain showers in that area. And plus, way off on the side of the screen, it's actually outside of my reach, and you may notice actually my head or one of my arms get cut off. I'm still trying to get used to where exactly I can go on this green screen here. So that's because I'm moving outside of the chroma key, just by the way. But way off there on the side of the screen, we have a lot of convection around the ITCZ. That's actually associated with some convection just towards the south, possibly a developing cyclone down there in the southern hemisphere. But that area, right now it is March. It is not the time of year for tropical cyclone development. I want to start off by saying that. But with that said, there are some models picking up on the possibility of something developing off there towards the east. Right now, though, let's talk about our low over Japan, because at least at this time, this is bringing some scattered showers across much Japan. I'm in Tokyo here, and we have been seeing those showers throughout the day today. Even some fog back towards the west and the northeastern portions of China. If you look closely, actually, on this image here, you can see these areas in yellow. That's indicating the fog, plus that green over Japan. That's that rainfall we're talking about across much of this area. Even let's go ahead, actually. I'll pull up the Meteor Earth app here, and you can see where that rainfall exactly is across, well, at least at this time, across much of Japan. Actually, let's go ahead and scroll back. I have that in the long range. Sunday here, we have a little bit of a weak low just off the coastline of Honshu here, some snow in the higher elevations. Key thing about this, I know it's pretty chilly out there, but it's a relatively warm low down here towards the south, and that's pulling in some cooler air behind it. But for the most part, much of Japan's not really seeing much of the white stuff here, and being in the March, we're seeing more of these spring lows kick up, and that's likely going to be the case. But it's still very breezy right near the immediate coastal areas, so definitely going to be seeing some gale force winds, some small craft advisories coming out of this. Good news with this one into Monday and Tuesday, that kind of fades off towards the north, but look behind it. We have another low coming in across eastern China. That's bringing some snowfall over there towards northeastern China, North Korea, eastern portions of Russia, but then it really kicks up here over the Sea of Japan. That's the big one. Watch that deepen right out. Almost looks like a cold surge coming in behind it. Now, cold surges are basically when you get these high pressure bubbles coming in out of eastern China. They push down here towards the south, and it just interacts with the tropics, and basically all it is cool air interacting with the warm air. You get a very tight pressure gradient set up. But some of these winds could even be gusting upwards about tropical storm strength coming out of this. So it's definitely going to be a very breezy day out there on Tuesday into Wednesday. But look at our storm system by that time too. That really kicks up in northern Japan. We're going to be seeing showers by Tuesday and the Wednesday across Tokyo as well. But I think the worst of the conditions will be farther off there towards the north. And I'm talking about parts of northern Honshu over there towards Hokkaido. Higher elevations, you're definitely going to be seeing the snowfall, but look at these winds coming through throughout Tuesday, and we'll scroll ahead into Wednesday, and that really starts to tear through northern areas. This is probably going to be one of the last major sea effect snow events as well coming out of this, and I know there's a lot of information on the screen here. I do want to note these areas in the red, that's indicating those very high winds. The white obviously is snowfall, but look right here, that's where you have the Japanese Alps out here. So all the snow pounds up on the Sea of Japan coastline, but it doesn't really extend over there towards Tokyo. You're going to be seeing some drier conditions by Wednesday. But if you are a skier next weekend, all this is going to be coming down. It's going to be a lot of fresh powder out there. And like I said, this probably is going to be one of the last really good weekends for skiers. So that's something we're going to watch out for. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the tropics now. I know that's what you want to hear. Oh, first things first, let's go ahead and I'll show you really fast the forecast for Tokyo. Some showers there on your Sunday, even heading over towards Monday as well. We're going to be seeing some more showers kick in. High of 13, staying chilly out there, but breaks in the sun. That's why I got the rain and the sun mixed in on this. All right, let's go ahead to the JTWC image here. Okay, this medium area, do want to note if anybody is taking a look at that, that is designated for that possible cyclone in the southern hemisphere I was talking about just a moment ago. I mentioned that there was a possibility. This area, that little swirl there on the streamline analysis, that's the one that could develop. At least models are picking up on the possibility of something in the very long range. Remember, the longer range we're talking about, the less of the possibility of a tropical system. But this is the overall background flow, and I like giving this because when we're talking about the overall flow out here, we're talking about the possibility of, at the very least, where is that area of circulation or possibly a convection in the long range going to be going? Well, as long as this stays in place, there's one or two options. This is a little high pressure, upper level high right here. We could see that drift off there towards the north over towards Guam. Now, actually right now at the time, most of the models are picking up on that, or it could drift due west. Some of the GFS runs, the last couple days, they've been pulling it down here towards the south and bringing it out there towards the Philippines. At least at this time, the models have backed off on that specific solution. Let's go ahead and scroll through some of these here for you. Now, this first is the NavGem output. Look at that, developing right up here. Now, this is into next week. We're talking about upwards of the 14th of March there for you, but it does show at least a tropical storm developing at that time. GFS as well, kind of popping up something south of 10 degrees north. By the way, this has been designated an invest area at this time, but you can see right there, it kind of pulls it off there towards Guam. Doesn't really intensify it at all. That's going to be the thing with the models in the long-range outlook. They're going to fade back and forth, and they're really just going to be all over the place. But for now, the tropics are just quiet, guys. This is why we're talking about something, at least at this time. This is a week out, just to see the genesis of it. So that's what happens in March. We just kind of sit around and wait for a blimp on the radar. That's the radar blimp in the northern hemisphere. But at least at this time, it's nothing I would go running out to the stores and buying milk and bread over. I don't really want to panic about this one just yet. But we are going to keep a close eye on it. For now, though, the reason why I started about with that storm into northern Japan is because that thing is just a monster as it does develop out here. And this is going to be a big one as we go through the next several days. But for now, guys, that is really going to be all for me here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, always post them down there in the comment box below. I always appreciate your feedback. Also, let me know how you think about this. I do use the green screen, the chroma key at NHK World. You can watch there as well, but this is actually my home office specifically here for westernpacificweather.com. So yeah, thanks again for everybody that made this possible, everybody helping, working with the website here, and all of those of you who watch really help improve our site here over the past several years. All right, stay safe out there, and thanks again for watching, guys.